to Tiger Bakery. After being around for so many years, we decided it was about time to vamp up our old recipes in order to follow the standardized recipe protocol. Today, we are going to convert our recipe of chocolate chip cookies into our brand new ultimate chocolate chip cookies, with a little help from our production personnel. Now let's begin by looking at our old recipe.
Here's our original recipe we decided to pick out, which consists of general terms such as a pinch of salt and a dash of vanilla. These general terms and ingredient amounts would vary from baker to baker and can cause issues when trying to recreate the recipe. We decided to adjust the recipe so that it is in standardized form and can be easily recreated by anyone and receive a consistent product and outcome. The standard recipe form allows anyone to recreate the recipe in any portion size needed. The new recipe, the ultimate chocolate chip cookies, consists of exact measurements, making it universal for anyone to recreate, and the ingredients are as follows: 3/4 a cup of granulated sugar, 3/4 a cup of packed brown sugar, 1 cup of butter softened, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1 egg, 2/4 a cup of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, a half a teaspoon of salt, and 1 package of semi-sweet chocolate chips.
There are 8 steps in developing a standardized recipe. Step 1. Observe menu items preparation process. In this step, we decided we were going to remake the ultimate chocolate chip cookies and refine what ingredients and quantities we needed to make them. Step 2. Consider preparation details. We located all necessary equipment and ingredients and considered if tasks could be combined. We realized the original recipe does not meet productivity standards and could not be recreated in every kitchen. Step 3. Write recipe draft. This is where we looked at the old recipe and made changes to make it easily recreated. Step 4. Review and revise recipe drafts. In this step, we made further revisions. Step 5. Use recipe for preparation. In this step, we made sure to follow it exactly as written. This is known as the recipe testing stage. Step 6. Evaluate recipe. Cookies were tested to make sure they met quality standards. Step 7. Consider further revisions if necessary. In this step, we felt we didn't need to make any further revisions. Step 8. Implement and consistently use the recipe.
Before measuring out all the ingredients, it is important to preheat the oven to increase productivity time. This was our first step. We had the oven preheated for 375 degrees Fahrenheit. After this, we followed our procedure of taking out all the necessary ingredients and equipment. After everything was all measured out, we began by mixing sugar, butter, vanilla, and egg into a large bowl. We then used our handheld mixer to begin stirring. In a separate bowl, we added flour, baking soda, and salt. We then slowly added this mixture into the larger bowl. The dough may feel a little stiff at this point, but that is okay. You then pour in the chocolate chips and mix them together with just a spoon, softening up the batter without crushing the chips. Then, you line an ungreased cookie sheet with rounded tablespoon-sized balls of dough that are about 2 inches apart. You then place them into the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes, keeping an eye on them for the last 2. The centers may feel soft, but this is normal. You then move the cookies onto a wire rack to cool. They are then ready to be served.
Using standardized recipe forms in restaurants has numerous tangible advantages, some of which include simplifying the cost of menu items, consistent plate presentation and food production quality, consistent yields, increasing kitchen staff productivity, improving job satisfaction, simplified kitchen staff training, and saving money by controlling inventory levels and overproduction.
I'm so glad that we were able to tweak our old recipe and make sure it was all up to date with the standardized recipe instructions. Now Tiger Bakery's ultimate chocolate chip cookies can be made by anyone. Thanks for tuning in and enjoy the new cookies!